Hello, what platforms are available for swing trading? I think there is one called TradeView, and there is another one, uh, Think of Swim, and Think of Swim is the one that I use. There might be more, but the only one that I use is Think of Swim. And if you have Charles Schwab account, you have an account with the brokerage firm called Charles Schwab. You can see the name here. You will access Think or Swim platform through them. It is free and you'll be able to use it to swing trade, and that is what I use. I do not purchase stocks through Think or Swim. I use it to analyze my chart. I use it to analyze my chart to see if I'm going to buy or if I'm going to sell, and then I use it to analyze the overall trend of the stock, the company stock, to see if it's worth adding to my watch list. If so, what value line I like to buy at. So those are what I use it for my analysis, stock analysis, and chart analysis for buying and selling decisions. So that being said, let's go to our master watch list and together see if there are stocks that are worth adding to our 2026 watch list. Remember, we need to create that watch list and be ready for 2026 and start trading. If you do not buy stocks before then, because some of them are getting ready, they are right at the valley for you to purchase your ticket on the way to the peak when they take off. So let's take a look at WAB to see if we can trace some value lines. So what we classify as a good stock for our watch list after 6 filters, the first 6 filters that we have is to see if they have higher lows at the valley of the mountain, and that show growth, and then to see if they have higher highs at the peak of the mountain, that show growth as well. And then we can add them to the watch list. So now we have those, we see higher lows, and it seems to me that when there is, in 2020 there was quite a bit of dip there, but it seems to me that this could be a trend line that it will be following. We have this one as well. Now let's see if we have higher high at the top, and we do every few years, 1, 2, 3, 4 years or so, it will do that. And after that, it has been on this rise here, and once it breached this one, it has been on that rise for 2 years or so. Make us think that it might come down to this one, if not this one. Right now it's still climbing up, so we are just going to wait to buy at either one of those two. Yes, it can be added to 2026 watch list, and now we are determining where we are willing to join the ride. It's going to be those two lines, either one of those two, depending on where it pull back to, and like to start going up from there. So we are going to add it to the watch list because it can grow. You can see the growth here. It did it for multiple years, and I think that's what it's trying to repeat here. Once it touched base, in fact it touched base here, yeah, once it touched base and start going up from there, it might do it for multiple years, and is pretty much doing the same here. So this could be something that when you buy, you might hold on to it for more than a year, because you can accumulate quite a bit of profit before you sell it. Okay, so yes, it's going to be added. The next one is ITW. So let's trade some line. I never traded this one before. I'm trying to touch base with those obvious V's, so that means this will go below it. From here we can see if we can find some touch point. Seems to me that when I do that, some will go below it as well, like here. And from here, let's see. Not really. Okay. It does goes a little bit below those lines. So now let's see the top. Yeah, every 3 years or so is reaching a new high. It reached it, and now it's on its way down. So it reached it earlier this year or a little bit at the end of 2024, and it has been on its way down. Touch base with it here though briefly, went up, but it's going down. So by looking at it, yes, it can be added to our 2026 watch list. It has kind of interesting or unique pattern here that, yeah, you might have to observe to see what it's doing. But let's see how high those, yeah, I will say it, yeah, it does go a little bit higher than the previous one. And we have higher highs at the peak and higher lows at the valley. So it is a yes. But now where are we going to buy? I'm going to select those two cross multiple years. In case I have not said that, we have the price on the y-axis from 0 up, and we have the dates on the x-axis from the past to the present. And every dotted line you are seeing here on this maximum monthly chart is a year time frame. So we are going to select both and keep an eye on it. And that is for this one. The next one is PH. Okay, so PH is climbing up, and we have higher lows, although it went down here. And then we have this one as well, multiple years, and we are selecting those two to be where we want to buy. And I think I'm going to keep it like that. Right now it's climbing this mountain, using this as a supporting line, and you can see clearly that we have higher highs at the peak, and it is a yes. The next one is DOV. Okay, so DOV, we have some valid lines traced already. Let's see, this will be more kind of horizontal there, so it is less likely to come back down to this one. And we have this one that we trace. I'm going to just do that and extend it a little bit. So let's check the peak here. We are having higher mountain for sure, and this year it reached a new high. It pulled back, start going up from there, but has not reached it yet. So let's see what it's really doing there. But yes, and the it can be added to 2026 watch list, and we are going to select where we will want to buy. It's going to be those two, and we can go to maximum daily chart to see what it's doing. So it reached a new high here, pull back. It seems to me that we bought it, so it pulled back, went up, pull back, and start going up. So by just looking at it, we know that it is on its way up. It already left the valley line before we saw it, and it reached a new high earlier this year. For the remaining of the year, it just tried to come back to the valley line and then start going up from there, but doing those zigzag along the way. So for that reason, we end up buying it there along this. And clearly it seems like one after we bought it, we have 2 days that it went a little bit below 2 days, maybe 3 days or so. It went a little bit below the price we pay for it, and now it start going up there. So but by just looking at it from far, we just have a feeling like, well, it came back down to the valley line, that one or this one. It just didn't come back any lower for many months that it has been wandering around. Therefore, it could just be on its way up. So having this obvious low a little bit higher than this one, we just assume, well, it's far from where we bought it, but it has not reached the first peak yet. Therefore, we might just get in. So that's why when you start analyzing the stocks to see what stocks you can make that can make up your watch list, if you come across one that is already positioned, you don't need to wait until 2026 to buy. You just buy some share right away. So yes, this one is going to be added to 2026 watch list. One more is IEX. Okay, so let's trade some lines here. I never traded these stocks before, and pretty much by tracing those lines, we are just passing by the obvious V that we can see the bottom of those V's, and you want to connect at least two and see if more can touch base with it. And it's okay to start with the red bar, but sometimes I start with the green bar if the green bar is lower than the red bar, where I'm trying to, at the V junction. So okay, it is having higher lows at the valley. What about the mountain? Yes, the mountain is getting taller and taller and taller. So the last time it reached the highest peak was in 2024, right at the start of it. So it's on its way down, and right now it touched base with here. It took 2 years to come down and start going up. So it is really at the valley line. So where are those valley lines we like to buy at? So I'm just going to say this one. There is a chance it might come down to this, but both are very long line, so I think we can just hold on to this one. There is no point of selecting this one. It tends to respect its valley line. It has been respecting this one over the years, so we are confident to leave it there. But right now it's there and it start going up for the past few months. So let's go to maximum daily chart to see what it's doing. And when we are here, you can see when it touch base with it, it lingered there, and then it starts showing us this growth here. So, and that just means next week, if we can afford it, like we have money in the account, we should buy some because it's still right there at the valley line. So yes, it's there, it start going up. We just spotted it right on time. Let's jump into the ride. So, and we can see we have quite a bit of this week. It has been on the growth side. If Monday we see a red bar, why not? We can just buy it. So that way the price will drop a little bit for us to buy. I don't buy on a red bar, but I like to start doing that because I wanted to buy around the valley line. Is there. I just don't want to pay a higher price for it. So if it falls back a little bit, I can make my purchase. It might decide to come back down all the way again. It does not matter to me. I'll just get in it. So, but yeah, and there is something to keep in mind. You see the price corresponding to the valley line at this point, 159. Here is 160. So the valley line is a little bit tilted upward. So if it comes back down quickly after you pay a price for it here, you will be negative for a while. But if it took its time to come down, it might reach it at a higher price that you will be positive in it, even if you purchase it at that same level in the past. So yeah, I think it's okay for us to buy some. And again, that's something you can give it a try and see how you feel about it and learn from the process. And all it takes is just one share. Again, if you purchase one share of it and you wait until you reach the highest price, here is around 173 and the highest price is 247, you can see the profit you make out of that. And 247 minus 173, that is $74 profit per share. But it's not all. If we go back to maximum monthly chart, when it reach a new high, you will try to see will that continue to climb up or it will pull back. So last time it touched base with this, it has been going up for some years, and of course it went plateau here but still going up. So therefore you can decide to stay in the trade for a while before, not just selling it right after the first new high is reached, but stay in the trade half of this time frame or so if it's going to repeat this pattern to accumulate more profits. One share, but will be making a good amount of profit in it. And then you just tested these stocks and you can say to yourself that yes, it's working with the strategy you are using, and the next time you are going to buy it again, you'll be comfortable buying more share if you can afford to buy more share. But for the first year, you can spread your capital by buying just one share of a stocks that you want to purchase, so that you have the chance to have enough money to buy each one of those stocks when they show up, when they are ready to start climbing up. You have money to buy, and after a year you'll have time to test a good amount of stocks on your watch list and feel confident the following year to buy more shares of a stocks per trade, from the experience you have from the previous year. That is one way to do it. The first year you are not really trying to grow your account, but you are trying to test those stocks and your strategy to see if they are comparable, if you can make profit per each trade, regardless of the profit, whether it's a very small profit or a big one. But if you can make profit, that's what matters. And to increase that profit, you just buy more and you keep your strategy the same, relatively the same. And this concludes this section, and this is going to be why now we can just put good chart there as well. Yes, but I think we come across two, and this one is one that we have not purchased yet. I think the other one is Dove and we purchased it already. So we will come back here, and I think I will add Dove as well, and then I will add IEX. And I believe Dove has an arrow there that we purchased it already. So that is how when you are coming across those charts that are already taken off and you want to buy, you can put them aside so that you can keep an eye on them. You don't leave them, you don't forget them because you have a big list you are going through, but you can pull them out and keep an eye on them. So thank you so much for watching our videos. We thank you for your time. Thank you for all your comments, and thank you very much for subscribing to our channel. I'm Afiavi Liberman, creator of Liberman Consulting L.L.C YouTube channel, and ninasoap.com, our blog. On our channel and on our blog, we share different ways to save money and different ways to make money to reach your financial independence, where you do not depend on an employer to provide for your family. And swing trading is one way to make money. Just start small and grow your accounts from there. The 6 filters that I talked about earlier is what I was circling or pointing out to you when I was talking. For more information on how you can create your own watch list, will you please check the playlist in the description of this video. And this video is brought to you by our online store, liberdownload.com. And we are organizing an online workshop for you to practice analyzing stocks to see, if they are positioned for you to buy. And I'm going to have the listing there if you are interested to purchase a seat, but it's going to be at liberdownload.com. Thank you for your time.